of India, Egypt, and Palestine had these secrets and kept them back from the outside world. And when the time appointed by Allah, they loosened the keys and freed the secrets. And for the first time in ages, have these secrets been delivered in the hands of the Muslims of America. All authority and rights of publishing of this pamphlet of 1927 by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the industrious acts of the Muslims of Northwest and Southwest Africa. These are the Moabites, Hamathites, Canaanites who were driven out of the land of Canaan by Joshua and received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle in that portion of Egypt. In later years, they formed themselves kingdoms. These kingdoms are called this day Morocco, Algiers, Tunis, Tripoli, etc. I want to give praise, all praises due to Allah and the highest of honors to our Prophet. I want to give honors to the foremothers and forefathers that came before us, um, and everybody here now, seeking the truth about ourselves, and seeking to learn how to love instead of hate in a world that often does not promote that type of behavior. Today, before I hand over the sheet today, I ended up in our Moorish literature, and I wanted to take a reading from that, and just give y'all what I got out of that because it was really powerful and beautiful, I believe. So in the Moorish literature, announcement number 2, it says Prophet Drew Ali speaks to the nations. Friday, September the 28th, 1928. It reads, if you have race pride and love your race, join the Moorish Science Temple of America and become a part of this divine movement. Then you will have power to redeem your race because you will know who you are and your forefathers were. Because where there is unity, there is strength. Together we stand, divided we fall. And when I read that, like it was like if you have race pride and you love your race, I was like, I got race pride. And I thought about being in these political spaces I've had. We talk so much about race and ethnicities and things like that. And um a friend of mine who is knowing of my status of being a Moorish American was like, so what's your race? And I was like, I'm a part of the human race. In my mind, it's only one race. It's the human race. But ask me what's my nationality, like that's how I took that. And so I said, I'm a part of the human race. I love my race collectively and individually. I love the race I'm running. This life is my race. And yet I'm not racing to the end. I find that I'm pacing into the endlessness of forever. And I started to say, I will have. And I stopped and I said, no, I have the power to redeem my race. And I had to stop at that. I will have, because to say that I will have implies that it doesn't already live in me. That power is not already alive in me. Although sometimes I might not actively tap into the power, I always have it. Praise Allah, and thank you to the Prophet for solidifying that I do have access to that power. Um, and so to continue, I said, I have the power to redeem my race because I know who I am. I know who my forefathers were, and I know who my foremothers were, who they are today living inside of me. Together we stand, divided we fall. By thinking that my life could be better, I have been redeemed, set free from mental slavery. I can truly testify to that. I'm no longer bound by fear and frustration. I'm no longer bound by the need of validation. I'm no longer bound by doubt or anxiety. And though sometimes I still may experience these things, I am never bound by them because now I know. Now I know who I am, fearfully and wonderfully made. The granddaughter of maids and warriors, the grandchild of lovers and fighters. The seeds of ones who fought because they thought and they believed that their conditions could be better. So I better have some faith. I'm literally walking in the dreams of my ancestors. And that is truly a blessing and mine to claim. That is our blessing to claim and is where our power lies. We can draw power from knowing who we truly are. Praise Allah and all praise and all honors due to our prophet. Because today, every freedom fighting organization that's on the block right now is talking about building people power. And my prophet, your prophet, our prophet, Noble Drew Ali, restore these keys into our hands. I don't know another way to say thank you other than taking these keys and to continue unlocking these doors inside of myself and walking through them without fear. So yeah, I will yield with that and yield the floor over to our grand Sheik Maurice
Islam.
Pennington Bey.
Islam. 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 I give praise to Allah. I give honor to His holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali. I give honor to our two flags, the American flag, flag of our birth, and the Moorish flag, the flag of our descent. I give honor to everything that the sister acting in capacity of chairwoman gave honors to. I give honor to it, especially to those things that she said, that she brought to light about what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali intended for those who would come and be part and parcel of this divine movement. All right. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali intended for us to see the world differently. He intended for us to act and do the things that we do, the things that we desire to do, and be who we are in love for ourselves and for what? The human race. He said, if you have race pride and love your race, join the Moorish Science Temple of America. See, he qualified it. He said, if you have race pride and love your race. He didn't just say if you have race pride or if you love your race, because there's a lot of individuals out there who have race pride, but they take that demonstration in a whole nother direction, more. They take it in a whole nother direction and they demonstrate the hate degree, all right, while they have their race pride. Right? So the Prophet Noble Drew Ali came to shift our paradigms, to get us to see things a little bit different. Well, how do he want us to see these things? Through what eyes do he want us to see these things? He wants us to see these things through God's eye, through Allah's own eye. All right? Look at each other and see in each other what Allah sees in each and every last one of us. Okay? Because if I was to just see, if you was to just see the man sitting right here or standing right here right now today talking to you, then you would have to consider all of what I've done in the past, all of what I've said, all of my actions, all of my deeds, and then if you put them on the scale, guess what? My good deeds might not outweigh my bad deeds, and then you don't want to listen to me. But if I can demonstrate to you, the Allah that is in me and show you that I have changed and what has changed me, and that what has changed me might be beneficial to you, and since we think that our conditions can be better, then now you might want to listen to me. All right? In that same demonstration, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali goes further. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali says to us, he said that this is a field open to strong men and women. A field open to strong men and women. What is strength? Strength is having the ability and the capacity to endure life doing what life does to everybody. Is life easy on anybody? It's not. It's not. Some of us, we think that it is because of, the people they carry around their burdens and they carry it good. You know how you see a person and they might be a heavy set and you say, well, they carry their weight good. Some people carry their burdens good. But life's everybody. All right? It gets to everybody. And strength is having the capacity and the ability to endure it. Prince Beaumont. Prison. It's levels to prison, ain't it? It's levels to it. You got people who go and they spend a couple days and they say, I've been locked up. Then you got some people who go and they spend a couple years and they say, I've been locked up. But then you got people who go in there and they spend large chunks of their life. Large chunks. I mean, decades upon decades and thousands of days, nights and days of just waking up in jail, right? And people break. Some people crack, and the cracks look different. The cracks don't look the same in everybody do. Some people crack, and you might look at them and you can't tell they cracked because they still bear their burdens good. But behind the closed doors, in the rooms where they at, they be wishing that it can end some type of way. And how do we know? Because we'll sit back and we'll see them come out on the compound trying their best to get somebody to kill them. And you say, are they acting like that? See, you don't understand what they're going through. Because you're going through what you're going through. You don't understand what I'm going through. Life is levels to life. When I came out here in the free world, and I started walking around seeing how mean people were to one another, how people treat each other. And I'm used to people having respect and people understanding because we all messed up. We all in the same boat and we get that. All right? But you get out here and everybody is so mean to each other. And I'm like, well, what in the world is going on? I'm in the halfway house and these guys don't even want to leave like the halfway house. They stand around all day sharing cigarettes. And when you come in and ask you, can they borrow some money? And I'm trying to understand. You free. Why don't you go and pursue freedom? Because I sat in there for all of them years, I couldn't wait to get free. And when I got to the halfway house, I realized that I wasn't completely free. So now I'm still pursuing freedom. And now that I'm at home, I'm laying in the bed with my woman every single solitary night, but I'm still pursuing freedom because freedom to me is to see my ideas and my dreams come true. And ain't nobody gonna make them come true but me. Now I'm trying to understand. Well, why are they not pursuing their dreams, their ideas, and their goals? Because life is life for them different than their life me. So even though I went through what I went through, they still got to go through what they're going through. It's right here in the Quran, man. The Prophet Ali wanted to bring us into an understanding of each other, okay? He wanted us to be willing to put ourselves in the other fellow's shoes. That's exactly what he said. He said, put yourself in the other fellow's place. All right? Inside of them walls, I can say that I learned to do that. I remember sitting around the table. You remember this too, Bowman? I remember sitting around the table, talking like I'm talking to y'all right now, and having so many people pull up chairs and sit around this table. Now, I wasn't at that table telling people come join the Mickey Coles. I wasn't at that table preaching hatred. I was at that table demonstrating the words of truth. And guess what happened? The special enforcers, they came in and they walked around and they sat down and they started asking people, well, what is he talking about? And they said, well, he's talking about a lot. He's talking about God. He's talking about leadership. He's talking about parenthood. And what did they do? They put me in the hole. They put me in the hole, man. And they left me in the hole for a long time. It got to the point where I was in the shoe the second longest anybody else that was there. And when I asked the warden, I said, well, guess what? Since I've been back here, I done seen guys who got caught with drugs. I done seen guys who got caught with knives. I done seen guys who done assaulted people. They all went back to the yard. What is your issue with me? He said, this is not a place for you. Let me tell y'all where I was at. We was in Oklahoma City. And you know what we used to call them? The ancestors of the Black Wall Street bombs. They didn't want no Asiatics in there teaching what we teaching. So this should be telling y'all that what we teaching is important to know. It's important to learn. There's value in it. Because anytime your opposition don't want you to know it, who is the lower self. But guess what? Sometimes we don't see it in ourselves. So just like Allah sent Jesus, love made manifest and purity made manifest that men can comprehend, he will bring your lower self. All right? He will put it in front of you. Somebody else will demonstrate it so that you can comprehend. So that you can see it and know what hate is. So when the prophets say, love your race, the sister, she could not have possibly said it better. All right? Because the first key said that Allah made you. And it say that the one who made you, not only did he make everything else, but he is the father of the universe, so he brings it all into one family. Into one family. Now, like she said, well, what is your nationality? So yes, we do have different nationalities, but we are all one family, man. How can you hate your own family, man? Do y'all know people who hate their own family? You know people who hate their own, people who hate their own family real bad. Y'all want me to tell y'all what's going on there? Y'all want me to tell y'all what's going on? So, bruh, this is what we've been taught. We was taught it when we was children. Some of us teach it to our children without even knowing. Without even knowing. Your children, they so pure. They just want to play. Everybody is so friendly. They see people. They want to know people. Every time somebody walk in, they want to get to know them. They want to shake their hand. They want to sit on their lap. They want to show you their toys. They want you to play with their toys with them. But then you teach them to stop doing that. And these are people who is coming to your house and sitting down at the table when the kids see that. But behind their back, you telling them, man, you just worry about your little sister. You just worry about your dad. You only just listen to me. See, we teaching our children to turn against their cousins, their aunties, their uncles, and they see us doing it. They see us fighting each other and combative against one another, and our children grow up, and at some point in time, they start falling out with each other in their house, and they go out and find family that don't even share their own blood. And guess what? The family got names like Killer, Murder, Dog, Gangster, Super Thug. They telling you who they are. I say it all the time. These people telling you who they are, and we are choosing them over our brother, over our sister, over our mother, over our cousin, over our aunt, over our uncle. Now, what's making make sense? Make it make sense because this is family. Auntie, uncle, cousin, sister, brother, mother, right? This is family. What the freak is a killer, murder, dog, super thug? What's that? Look it up in the dictionary. It has a definition. But this is what you want to bring into the cycle of your energy. This is what you want to share your energy with. This is what you want to commit your life to. Before you even commit your life to your own dream, the dream that you've been having since you was a child, you go out there and sacrifice your life for Killer, Murder, Dog, and Super Thug. All right? You have dreams now. Come on now. Am I the only one who got dreams? Am I the only one? You've been had these dreams, didn't you? You've been having. How many times did you forsake your own dream for Killer, Murder, Dog, and Super Thug? When they told you who they was. When you asked, man, what's your name, homie? Killer, Murder, Dog, Super Thug. As a matter of fact, you probably heard them tell one of their family members, man, stop calling me John. Stop calling me Paul. I ain't little Timmy. I'm Killer, Murder, Dog, Super Thug. Come on, man. We teaching them this trash. And it's getting even worse nowadays. It's even worse because they're getting saturated with it. They're getting saturated with all these different forms of the Ethiopian degree. See, when the Prophet Ali demonstrated the Ethiopian degree for the first time in the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science of America, it's nations being divided. Not family, okay, Kush and Ham, but they nations. Now, this house is getting chopped into pieces. Houses, man. The Holy Quran and the Moorish Science of America made me have a very deep thought. It was about 12 to 13 years ago. I was reading my Quran and I was thinking about my Auntie Pauline. My Auntie Pauline lived in all of the worst ghettos in Chicago. All my life. All my life. But guess what? She never locked her door. I don't care if I pulled up at Auntie Pauline's house at 1 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the evening. I didn't have to knock. Nobody did. The door was open to everybody. The door was open to everybody. And when you walk in, guess what? You liable to find anybody there. Anybody who needed somewhere to sleep. Anybody that didn't have no place to go. Anybody that needed something to eat. Auntie Pauline had the door open, man. Now, come on, let me qualify this. This is my mother's big sister. So not only did she have the door open, but see, Auntie Pauline was dealing with some stuff all my life. But no matter the fact that she was dealing with some heavy stuff herself, she still kept the door open. See, for me, that was symbolic. I never could forget it. And one day, think about it. While studying the Holy Quran, it came to me. See, my Auntie Pauline, she had been in the streets long enough to know that it's difficult to go out in the streets and actually grab your loved ones by the hand all the time and bring them into the house. But you can always keep the door open and pray that one day they come home. You understand me? And when they come home, you welcome them there. You welcome them there when they get there. They probably was gone for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. But when they come, you act like you just seen them yesterday. Or you throw a party like you ain't seen them in years, though. See, this is what Auntie Pauline did. I'll never forget. Auntie Pauline used to sell dope. I don't keep money. She did though. She sold though. She had all type of stuff she was dealing with. And when Christmas came, you couldn't even walk in the living room. You know why? Because she had Christmas presents in the living room for every single solitary member of the family. I'm talking about the people who I didn't even know. I never even seen these folks. She put them Christmas gifts right there in that living room, and all they had to do was come and get them. Come and get them. And when they didn't come and get them, well, something happened to them Christmas gifts, because like I said, Auntie Pauline was dealing with some stuff. But see, she taught me something. And when I opened up my Holy Quran, the degree was there. The degree was there. This is what love really is, man. This is what this temple is. See, this temple is open, bro. It's open for anybody. All right? This temple is open, and this podium is open for anybody qualified to come up here and demonstrate from. All right? Every single solitary chair you can take if you know how to take it. Simple as that. If you know how to take that seat, you can take that seat. If you know how to demonstrate that thought, then demonstrate that thought. Because guess what? Thought is the cause of it all, Mo, and we need some saving. Don't we need some saving? Do we need some help? Yeah. Come on. Do we need some help? Now, if you don't need no help, then stay quiet. But if you need some help, say you need some help, put it out on the ethers, man. Put it on the ethers. All right? Because we got to change the vibration, Mo. We got to change the vibration, man. We got to change it. We got to change it. I done seen and felt some things since I've been home that shocked me. That shocked me, and you would have thought that we seen the worst, right? Because they think that bloodshed is the worst. They think that solitude is, no, it's not. No, it's not. The worst thing that can happen to a person is that they have no shackles, no chains. And for whatever reason, they still can't express themselves. So that's the worst thing that can happen to a person. That's the worst thing that can happen to a person. And I'm out here seeing it. I'm out here seeing it. And then you got some other things that's bad. You got some other things that's bad. We're going to talk about those things later. Islam. This is a custom in the Moorish Science Temple of America whenever teaching a group of Moors welfare sympathizers or just plain seekers after the truth. They want to take a read from the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Circle 7, that was divinely prepared by the noble prophet Ali. I'm going to take my reading from chapter number 39. And I'm going to read instruction number 3. So read instruction number 3. It says, learn to esteem as thou art, then art thou near the pinnacle of wisdom. Learn to esteem as thou art, respect your life, respect your energy, Please respect yourself. Please respect your life. Please respect your energy to know. Okay? Direct your energy and be intentional about what you do. Because I'm here to tell you that this physical life that we are living right now currently goes through so many changes, all right? It goes through so many changes. There can come a point in your day you could go to sleep today. Fine. You climb in bed easily and wake up tomorrow and it's difficult and more difficult to get out that bed, man. It gets more difficult. And then one day you're going to sit back and you're going to say, not where did the time go, but where did my energy go? And then you start thinking about all of the things that you did, and you say to yourself, well, dang, I wish I would have been doing something else while I was doing that stupid thing. All right? Does that make sense, more?
Yeah,
Islam. I'm gonna say peace to Facebook before I read the property warning and turn the meeting back over to the channel. Peace to the Facebook. I do this every week and I still